In the last part, we saw that Chu Xiao was beside Emperor Xiaoche during his recovery, and his mother is back. Finally, listening that the emperor's mother is back, stunned, Chu Xiao hurried out, only to see the convoy transporting the emperor's mother arriving. After exchanging their formalities, they both walked together into Yixin Hall. As the maid lifted the curtain, showing the emperor's mother's plain coat, Chu Xiao looked up, taken aback by what she saw. Despite only being away for a few years, the emperor's mother seemed to have aged much more. Her hair all grey and her skin wrinkled. As she got out, tears streamed down her face. She asked in distress, "Emperor, what happened to him?" "Empress Dowager, your majesty is all right. He needs to recuperate." The Empress Dowager chided as tears streamed down her face. "All of you, how do you do your jobs? If something happened to your majesty, all of you will die with him." As she finished her sentence, she walked towards Yixin Palace. The servants knelt on the ground in fear, not daring to raise their heads. No one dared to block her way. Chu Xiao followed behind her all the way to Yixin Palace. Xiaoche was sound asleep. As the Empress Dowager saw him, tears streamed down her face. She leaned forward as she tried to touch his face. One of the Empress Dowager's palace maids walked in front of Chu Xiao and asked, "Who are you? Why are you here?" "The Empress Dowager is visiting your majesty. Outsiders are not welcome." Mei Xing frowned. As she prepared to argue, Chu Xiao tugged at her sleeve, nodded and said, "Got it." As she finished her sentence, she stepped out of the Yixin Palace with Mei Xing and the others. "Miss, your majesty asked you to keep him company." Chu Xiao sighed in reply. "His mother is back. What right do we have to stay inside?" Shui Shui added on from the side, "The Empress Dowager dotes on your majesty a lot." Suddenly, General Sandhi approached them from the front. As he saw them, he froze and asked, "Miss, why are you not inside?" Mei Xing cut in and said, "The Empress Dowager is back. She chased Miss out." "Empress Dowager?" Sandhi was stunned as he heard the news, taking huge strides towards Yixin Palace as he shouted in a low voice, "Who fetched the Empress Dowager back? No one knew of the assassination attempt on your majesty. Why is she back?" Suddenly an ear-splitting cry of agony echoed out from Yixin Palace. Sandhi and Chu Xiao were stunned as they pushed open the doors of Yixin Palace forcefully. The Empress Dowager was holding a dagger in her hands, her sorrowful face stained with blood. She no longer looked like the warm, gentle lady. She appeared like a demoness as she stood in front of the window, shouting, "I will kill you! I will kill you! I will take revenge for Lower." Chu Xiao's mind blanked out. The sunlight entered the palace from the gates. It was bright and blinding. The surroundings were chaotic. Some people were shouting in panic, screaming for help, while others rushed to summon the imperial physician. The imperial bodyguards rushed in front as they wielded their swords, which gave off an intense silver glow, casting white shadows on the ground. She stood there, rooted to the spot, her eyes feeling irritated by the excessive light. In that instant, the sun seemed to turn cold. As it shone on her, she felt chills at her fingertips, slowly enveloping her entire body. Her heart started to palpitate. It seemed like it could jump out of her mouth any time. She began to feel choked as breathing slowly became more and more difficult. Empress Dowager's clothes had been stained red by blood. Her sickly, pale face showcased the state of madness that she was in. Her eyes were bright, her expression was savage. Despite being restrained, she did not struggle. With immense hatred in her voice, she declared coldly, "You bastards, all of you deserve to die. I killed him. Now I will kill all of you to avenge my husband and son." Thank you so much for watching. Stay with me, subscribe to the channel and like the video. Don't forget to click the bell icon to be notified of the next part of the story. Thank you.